Hello everybody! God, there's no lighting in here. Hi! I'm very excited about today. It is Independent Bookstore Day, which means we're doing a bookstore crawl.
Now look, we're gonna have fun today, and that's an order.
A very heavily timed one, because we have somewhere to be at 1 o'clock. It is currently 9:30. We are at our very first store of the day. It's the one that opened the earliest at 9:30. And we're gonna go inside, we're gonna buy a book, and explore this little independent store that is here in Denver. It is just down 32nd Ave, if anybody in Colorado wants to go to this place, but it is called West Side Books. So this is our first bookstore. We can see some of the great things. Oh look, I have that. I have that. That's my book of practical cats. Oh, that's mysteries and thrillers, so not my genre, but oh boy, who's excited? I'm excited. And it's right next door to sushi. Too bad it's so early. Ooh, there's a bunch of books and stuff out here. 5 for $10, $2.50 each. And a lot of used stuff. West Side Books. All right, let's go inside. All right, so we have just left West Side Books. That was a really, really fun store. There was so much to dig through, and I love digging through books. They also gave you some free stuff because of Independent Bookstore Day. They gave you a choice of some stickers, and I got House and Cerulean Sea stickers. Look, it's the fam. Oh my God. I just... And then I did get a book. I found a hardcover copy. I was actually really surprised to find this, of Rumo and His Miraculous Adventures by Walter Mowers, which I do own a copy of the 13.5 Lives of Captain Blue Bear. I forget which one in the series this is. I think they're all companions though, so I don't think it matters which one you read, but it's a nice hardcover copy. I believe it's an old library bound copy based on the library binding.
Yeah, yes.
I'm excited. Hey, it's a big chonker. And they also gave me some bookmarks. So here's, oh gosh, overexposed there. Huh, West Side Books. So this is where they are located, right there. Very exciting time. And we're gonna move on to our next one. There is actually apparently a bingo game going on with a bunch more. Some of these stores we will be visiting today. Other ones I've never heard of. So I don't know where they are, and I don't necessarily have the time to research everybody today, but it does give me a good map for when I do a bookstore crawl again. We're gonna head to our next location, which is like 20 minutes away from here, and they open in about a half hour. We'll see. Maybe I'll look at, I don't know. I want to do now I have a goal, and like the ones that I'm going to today, they're not gonna make a bingo. So I'm like, oh, I gotta make a bingo. Oh, I've already done that with purchase a book from one of these stores. I've done that, and I've got free space. Oh no. Oh no. Give me a second.
Time's up! I don't know what to do!
We are at our second location. We are at Rosemary's Babies Books. Rosemary's Babies Books. Yes, it's all the apostrophes. They're not quite open yet. I still have a few minutes. So we're gonna hang in the car for a little second, because they open at 10:30, I think. Wait, are they 10 or 10:30? What does my note say? Oh no, They're totally open. Let's go in!
Fuck, no, it's not.
All right, even though their hours do say that they should be here at 10, no one is here.
What?
It is currently 10:30, but here's the store. I guess we miss out on this one. Whoever was supposed to probably work, I guess couldn't show up. So that's a bust. On to the next.
All right, come on.
All right, our next stops are actually literally across the street from each other.
Really?
The first one is the Printed Page Bookshop, and then we have Fahrenheit Books. I kid you not, there is Fahrenheit Books. We're going right over here. So, and also there's a puppy store right here as well. So we might get Lucy and Pepe some treats or something. But this is all on South Broadway. The next 4 stores are all on South Broadway. These 2 just happen to be across the street from each other. Woo! All right, everybody, I just come out of Printed Page Bookshop, and we have this beautiful edition of Faust.
I've heard all about you.
One of my favorites. And I also discovered there's actually a 3rd bookstore right down the lane here. So we're gonna hop there before we go into Fahrenheit, just because it's gonna make, well, maybe a little bit of Fahrenheit first. I don't know, I'm just excited. Look at this beautiful edition. It's gold, it's fancy, and it's Faust. It's fancy and Faust. Actually, I think we will cross the street, go to Fahrenheit, and then come back down to Gallagher since it's just down there. I'm gonna put this book in my car though, so that I don't walk in with another book and be like, you stole that. Because they're also a used and rare. All of these are like antique bookstores, so they're a little bit more expensive than I intended to be spending money today, but I don't care.
Like more money than I've ever seen in my life.
Left that store. That was very overwhelming. There was just so much to look at. I did find a copy of The Ocean at the End of the Land by Neil Gaiman. I was really struggling to actually find something that I didn't own or knew of, just because there was so many of them. Incredible. Very nice store, very quiet, but there's so much to look at. It's a full digs through store, which I definitely like and could spend a ton more time there that we just don't have. So we're gonna head over to Gallagher Books now, and then we will move forward down South Broadway or up South Broadway to the next 2 stores after Gallagher. We have just left Gallagher Books. I didn't film a lot because there wasn't a lot of room, but I also ended up talking with the owner for a while, and she had the cutest puppy. Her name is Misty, and I love Misty. Misty's 2 years old, and she's a schnoodle. That's a poodle schnauzer, and she's so freaking cute. And the lady was so freaking nice. She gave me a book for free, which is Victorian Lady Travelers by Dorothy Middleton, and it's a bunch of lady travelers, and I'm like, that seems really cool. Not on TBR, but it is now. We have 2 more to hit. We have to go to Broadway Book Mall and Mutiny. I forget, there's a full name of it. I just wrote Mutiny. So we're gonna hit those as fast as we can and then go to Fort Collins. All right, we are now headed to the Broadway Book Mall. I had to park far away.
Life is pain.
Yeah. Kind of is, don't it?
I don't like the driving area down here. It is not fun. We're on a one-way, and it's just kind of insane. But we're gonna wait there. We'll get there. We have come out of there with a Robin Hobb. This is Dragon Keeper, Volume 1 of the Rainwild Wilds Chronicles. Haven't read any Robin Hobb yet.
What the fuck?
But I really want to get into Robin Hobb. I've heard amazing things about her writing. So we're gonna, I know it's not the one that everybody talks about, but I can never seem to find an actual copy of the first book in that series. So we're going to head back, or not head back, head to the next store and possibly find some food.
We may need to start eating some of the crew.
Again, we had to park really far away. I don't like the parking situation in this area.
Disaster.
Lots of kitschy stores down here, and also a ton of sushi restaurants, like literally across the street from each other. You gotta walk all the way back to the corner of this street to get to Mutiny Information Cafe. That's the full title. So, onwards. All right, we are super late now. It's almost 1 o'clock, but I did pick up Sailor V at Mutiny Cafe. I was really struggling to find stuff. I also had to stop and talk with Amnesty International, I believe is the full title. I totally just forgot. I know it's Amnesty, which is a trans rights group, and signed up for their stuff because trans rights are human rights, people. But I had a really good time talking with all of them. So they were really, really awesome people, and we totally vibed. So hi if you're watching. You guys are cool. All right, we're gonna drive to Fort Collins now and hopefully get there before scavenger hunt prizes are gone. Cool.
So we're going to have an extremely fun, memorable, deeply cool adventure.
We finally made it to Fort Collins and we are headed to Old Firehouse Books. We are meeting up with Ian and gonna participate in some shenanigans in theory. I hope I didn't miss everything because it's 2:30 now and it took forever to find parking. How's it going?
Hi.
Hi.
Doing good.
Yeah?
I haven't left my apartment physically in several weeks, so I kind of need this.
Oh God! Oh God! Thank you.
Welcome to the outside world.
I know.
Let's find some books
Yeah.
and all that jazz. I'm excited.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what I need, I guess, except maybe,
Your brain.
yeah,
Did you bring that?
maybe.
Maybe. We'll find out.
I guess Preparing the Nightingale makes 2 sequels.
Yes. Girl in the Tower, Winter of the Witch. Yeah.
Let's see if they have...
Yes. Okay, we are in. We've already talked with O.E. Tierman and we have their book and we also have, this is the Scavenger Hunt.
Lucius, tell them what I've got.
It's a treasure map.
I've already found one, but we're gonna go look for In Outer Space. So our sci-fi section's over here. Just see sci-fi sheets to see if we see what they apparently are like poking out of books. But I found one that's 25% off a bestseller, so that's cool. Did you find one? What'd you find?
40% off anyway. You might find this more useful than me.
Hey, tradies.
Trade.
I've got it. I think it's a rock.
Yep, it's a rock.
Alrighty, we have left. We successfully achieved scavenger hunt status. I got O.E. Tierman's newest book. This is book 7 in Aces High, Joker's Wild. I always mess it up when I say it. That's the series name. So that's book 7. Also got Maria Lou's new book, Stars, and Smoke, which I did not win in my pre-order-a-thon thing. So, haha, have it now!
Yes! We fucking did it!
It is now about 4:30. We have finally made it back. We are back down to Boulder. And we are going to go to the Bookworm. So this is actually a store that I have been to before on a bookstore crawl, but I figured, I'm headed back to my turf. Might as well stop in Boulder and go to the Bookworm. It's very cute. It's another used bookstore. So let's go in. Hi, hello, we are back. I bought 2 things. One is a book, one is not. But we got a copy of The Witch King by H.E. Edgman.
There's something witchy afoot.
Which is a own voices, trans author and trans main character, or kind of urban fantasy. It looks really fun. I've seen it around forever. I almost actually bought this at another store today. But then actually was at the first store of the day, but I wasn't in their used section and I wanted to get used books mostly today. So I got this one, and we also got Pride and Puzzlement.
You're a fucking lunatic and I like it.
It's a Pride and Prejudice puzzle. And I got this only for $8. I hope all the pieces are in it. I really, really am scared. This is what's scary about getting a used puzzle, but I had to, okay? It's a Pride and Prejudice puzzle. Don't come for me. We're going to head to Tattered Cover now. I'm not gonna go to Boulder Bookstore just because of the time right now and the nightmare that is Pearl Street at this time. So we're not gonna do that. Also, the entire time I've been listening to The Last Tale of the Flower Bride and I'm super annoyed with one of the characters in it.
Stupid fucking Steve Bonnet.
Just FYI. But I'm probably gonna finish this whole book today. Let me see, what time I'm a little worried about what time Tattered Cover is closing. Westminster one. Oh, okay, we're good. What time does Black and Red close though? Black and Red is a little bit worse because that's the last 2. So Black and Red, okay, they both close at 7. We're good, we're good. So we have Tattered Cover and Black and Red to go to. And then we will go up. No, then we'll go to the grocery store real quick because Mambo ran out of grapes.
Please get more oranges.
I opened the grapes thing this morning and they were moldy. And Mambo don't get no moldy grapes. Okay, so let's go to Tattered Cover. All right, we have made it over to Tattered Cover. We're gonna sneak in the back way because I know the back way. Basically, we cut through a hotel. But yeah, Tattered Cover, a staple of Denver for independent bookstores. See if they have anything going on. But I assume if any places have had events like Firehouse has, they're probably over by now since it's so late in the day. It's like 5 o'clock now. We've been out all day. I've almost used my entire tank of gas. Woo, fun time. Okay, so I'm shocked. For some reason, they can't sell anyone books and they're closing early. So, Tattered Cover, what the hell?
Oh, no, God, this isn't happening!
I can't ring up books, only the cafe. Like, why? What? This is a bookstore first and foremost. Why can't he ring up books? I am absolutely flabbergasted. Tattered Cover now has 2 strikes with me. First, they forgot my pre-order months ago, and now this.
I will very willingly offer you this.
That is an unhappy. I just wasted so much time perusing, and I am upsetty spaghetti about it now. Guess we're just gonna go to Black and Red and be done. Oh, the sun. We are now at Black and Red. Let's hope for our finale that things are okay. Also, granted, Black and Red, it's a dig through, and a lot of the times I don't actually find things that are on my TBR that I want. So we're gonna dig around and find out.
Go fetch my shovel, the nice one.
Hello. I'm in Black and Red. I'm struggling though. I found these Last Airbenders, but I only have part 1 and part 3, and I'm digging through these boxes trying to find part 2, and I'm gonna be so mad if they don't have part 2, because this is what I would get here right now, because I'm not really finding anything else. But I'm digging. All right, I digged and digged and digged for so long, but I could not find the second volume, but I did get them anyway. So we've got The Promise, part 1 and part 3. If anyone wants to send me part 2, go ahead.
Turns out we are good.
Also the sun, it's bad. It is now past 6 o'clock. I want to go home so bad. So we need to stop at the grocery store and get a few things. Then we can go home and we can kind of do a review of the day, because this has been a very chaotic, disorganized, not well filmed adventure. Sorry, every time I go into a bookstore with a camera and stuff, I get so nervous that I just I film really quick and then I stop because I get so scared. So anyway, we'll talk about it more later. Bye.
I'm home.
Hello everybody, it's almost midnight. Yeah, I came home and I was exhausted. Still am. Yeah, so hi. I don't know how this video is getting edited. I apologize. It's probably a little weird.
You hate it, don't you?
I'm just tired and exhausted doing bookstore crawls. It takes a lot out of you. There was just a lot of driving and a lot of walking and some talking and just a lot of people. There was a music festival going on in Fort Collins when we were up there. It was a lot. I'm definitely drained, and I've got more fun things to do on the morrow in about 10 minutes, less than actually, if that clock is correct. I don't really know what else to say about this. It was a fun experience. I liked learning about some new stores that I'd never been to before. I didn't even know they existed, and meeting some new people and making some new connections, so that was pretty cool.
I guess the real treasure was our day spent together, am I right?
And even though it was, you know, exhaustion for the introvert meter, even though I know a lot of you probably don't believe that I'm an introvert, but I'm both. I'm an ambivert, but lately I definitely get exhausted by the idea of leaving my apartment. Yeah, but I will link all of the bookshops that I went to down below as well, if they have a website. I think some of these, especially the antique ones, don't necessarily have websites, but it was really lovely meeting all those people, and I'm fairly certain over the course of my life I will be taking, like, I will be going back, especially to the printed page bookshop. The fact that I got that fancy copy of Faust for $25, when I went and checked, because for my spreadsheet I always have to check what the actual like retail value is. Those books be like $90. So if I can continue to get nice fancy books like that for $25, I'll be going back. Also, I mean, Fahrenheit Books had the same editions as well. And Gallagher Books was just probably my favorite interaction of the day, because I got to pet a puppy for a long time and also chat with a lovely lady who runs it. But the puppy, Misty, I love Misty. She's a schnoodle, guys. She's a schnoodle. And she's so tiny. She's 6 pounds. I could have just grabbed her and gone. It's gonna be a lot of cuts in this outro because I keep yawning. I'm really tired and my eyes are all red and weird. But yeah, so bookstore crawls are great. Let me know if you guys have ever done one, or what indie bookstore do you like to frequent? Put them in the comments. I love looking up new stores, even if they're not in my state. If they're in Colorado, definitely tell me about them. I do know quite a few now, and with the one that I got, the little bingo card that I got from Westside Books, I now know a few more all over the place, and I would love to just, you know, every time I travel somewhere, I'm always looking for a bookstore. So that's always my first thing when I'm like, okay, we're gonna travel to this city. Where's their bookstores and what do they have? I just love it. I love bookstores. We need to support bookstores. I think they're just very important, and I was really sad about a lot of bookstores that have closed since the pandemic and stuff. Like, one of my favorite stores, Book Bar, is gone now because it did not survive the pandemic, and that was really tragic. So I don't know what this video really has turned out to be, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, go check out my Ko-fi page, and you can donate and support me as a content creator. My shop is open, commissions are open. There's lots of goodies that you can get from my Ko-fi page, so please go check it out. I super appreciate it. You can also subscribe to it, and do like a monthly thing if you're into things like Patreon and that's something that works for you. You can treat it the same way as a Patreon does, but you can also just do one-time donations, because I like to give people that option. I don't want to own you by the monies, but I appreciate if you can. Life is hard for everyone. I don't know what I'm saying. I am exhausted. Ignore words out of my mouth at this point in the video. It's all nonsense. I'm going to bed now. I will see you next time, cuties. Bye! But that was scary. Sorry, that guy just like came right from my car. So that was fun. All right, anyway. I don't even know what to talk about anymore. I have no brain.